everyone. Today I'm going to give you a fishing guide, and I'm going to try and cover all factions, and both for console and PC. There will be links at the bottom with time clicks, so you can skip sections if it doesn't apply to you. And first, let's talk about why we fish. For me, the motivation was for the pink dye, for the Master Fisher. I started when the game first started. There are 24 fishing achievements to get. Each zone will have 12 rare fish to catch. The smaller starter areas will only have one. And then there's achievement for finishing each faction. There's that pink dye I wanted, and I am wearing it right now. And then of course you have the Master Fisher title, Master Angler, which you can wear over your head. The other reason most people are fishing now is because of perfect roe. When you fillet fish that you catch, you have a 0.8% chance of getting a perfect roe. This is used in the XP potion recipe for provisioning. There are 3 fishing add-ons that I recommend. Unfortunately, console players, this won't concern you, so you can skip this section. The first is Votan's Fish Fillet. Rare Fish Tracker is the second one. And the third one is Votan's Fisherman. I've put links for all 3 down below. Whether or not you're going to be fishing for the achievements or just fishing for the roe, you might as well be going for the achievement at the same time. The Rare Fish Tracker right here will appear on your screen. This basically tracks all the fish that you catch. The ones that you catch will be glowing like the ones that are on mine. If you haven't caught it yet, it'll be a darker color. But basically it keeps you from having to open your achievement tab every time to look for the fish and see if you've caught it or not. Each zone will have 4 bluefish, and the rest are green, except on the starter islands. The Votan's Fisherman tracks each fishing hole type that you fished in and tells you what type of hole it is and leaves a little map icon. So this is extremely useful in the ones that only have 1 of each fishing hole type in each zone. Those tend to get really irritating, so if you're just fishing in every hole in the zone trying to find that one foul water hole, this will definitely help you out. I didn't learn about this one until the last couple zones that I was doing, but it is extremely useful. It also reminds you what type of bait to use in those holes, so if you forget what type of bait to use, this will help you out there too. The Votan's Fish Fillet basically keeps you from having to click on every fish to fillet it. You just right click and it'll fillet the whole stack. To fish, of course, you need bait. There are 4 different types of water holes. There are foul water, lake, river, and ocean fish, and each one has a different type of bait. You can also get simple bait from the regular general goods vendor, but that bait only has a 50% chance of actually yielding any results. So you want to grind for some specific type of bait. There are 4 different types of bait that you use in each of those types of water holes. The crawlers, those are used in foul waters, and you get those from spiders or insects that crawl. Guts, you get those from furry creatures. These are used in lakes. Then you've got insect parts. Those come from butterflies or glow bugs that fly around. And those are pretty much everywhere you can find those. And then you've got worms, and those you get from harvesting plants, herbs, and from zombies. Next, I'm going to show you some really helpful grind locations for specific types of bait. I'm going to cover crawlers, worms, and guts, as insect parts are pretty easy to find. This area in Stonefalls for Ebonheart Pact, Hrothgar's Hold, has crawlers all over it, and it's a really good grind spot for crawlers. You just run around and kill everything, all the little critters, and it's a 3-minute respawn on them, I believe. This area here, our Limahera's Sanctum for Daggerfall Covenant in Bangkorai, is also a really good spot for grinding crawlers. You just travel to that way shrine and come on down here. Now, up the path, there are some crawlers that you can kill along the way. You will have to kill some bad guys as well. But then you come into this cave, and there are quite a few little critters to kill inside the cave. There's large groups of them. Not that many, but there are groups of them that you can kill real fast, and then they respawn 3 minutes later. Right here and in the back over here, and then you've got the tower next door has some, so you can kill these little guys, go next door, kill the ones in the tower, then run down the path, kill those guys, and come back here, and these should be respawned. An excellent place to grind crawlers for Aldmeri Dominion is the Scuttle Pit in Ghratwood. There are crawlers from the Way Shrine to, spiders from the Way Shrine all the way to the entrance, and you got these little guys up front. And inside the cave, you have a couple good spots in there as well. Inside the cave, the spiders don't start till about here, and here, all around this area. This isn't really the best spot for grinding crawlers, but it's the best I could find for Aldmeri Dominion. You will have to kill bad guys. Ooh, chest! Sorry, ADDU shiny. Yeah, you'll have to kill some bad guys, unfortunately, but this is the best spot I found. Moving on to Guts, an excellent place to grind for these is Sacred Leap Grotto in Ghratwood for Aldmeri Dominion. This is relatively close to the Scuttle Pit, so if you wanted to, you could go get crawlers and to wait for them to respawn. You could come down here and kill these guys in this little cave. This cave is full of frogs, and that's pretty much it. Just a bunch of frogs, and you just run down, killing every frog along the way. 3-minute respawn. So if you didn't want to do the crawler gut farm, you could just kill these guys, go outside and around the water. There are some bugs that you can catch for insect parts while you wait for these guys to respawn, or you could kill some critters outside, and there's a lot of options, but outside there are some bad guys to kill. And I do hate when I'm farming for bait that I have to kill bad guys as well, but this is a great spot for guts. What I used to do is just kill these guys and then wait 3 minutes and come back in, or I would go up and get crawlers too. The city of Narcissus in Deshaan for Ebonheart Pact is a good spot for gut farming. You can just port straight here. There are rats all over the city here, and they respawn really quickly, I noticed. So just run around the town, killing all the rats you see, wait for them to respawn, and rinse and repeat. My absolute favorite spot to grind for guts is here at David's Chagrin Way Shrine, simply because the goats here are all around this lake, and you can get about 200 guts in one run around the lake. And they respawn really quickly, so that by the time you get back to the beginning, they've already respawned, so you can just basically keep going, and there's no bad guys to kill. You just kill goats over and over and over again, which kind of makes me sad face because I really like goats. But it is the best place in the game to grind for guts. Just run around like a monkey, kill goats. Worms are probably the hardest type of bait to get. To be honest, I had a really good grind spot, but they took it out with the implementation of the new tutorial. So I won't even mention it. But this area in Coldharbor has a bunch of undead, and besides looting plants, harvesting plants, and alchemy herbs, those are the only places to really get worms, unless you're killing undead. This spot in Coldharbor, these zombies drop crawlers, worms, and guts. The only thing they don't drop are insect parts. So you just come down here, kill all these zombies. Now if you're higher level, you may notice the yield is a little low, like I am a little too high for this area, so I'm not getting a bunch. But if you're the same level, you'll end up getting more out of them than I would. So if you know where some zombies or undead spawn in your level range, definitely go grind them for bait. But this is the best spot as far as the amount of undead in one area, because there's just a ton. A couple good spots for insect parts. You got Eastmarch, Giant's Run Dolmen, Rivenspire, the entrance to Stormhaven, and for Old Mary Dominion, Shadowfen. Basically all over that zone there are some insects. Along with these 4 types of bait, there are also special bait that increase your chances of catching rare fish. Those can be only fished up bait. You get fish roe from fishing in rivers. That is used in foul water. You get minnows by fishing in the ocean. Those are used in lakes. You get chub by fishing in foul water. Those are used in the ocean. And then you get shad from fishing in lakes, and those are used in rivers. Now that you got your bait sorted out, let's get on to actually fishing and the mechanics for that. So once you've decided what zone you're going to start in, you'll find a fishing hole and hit E, and it'll pull up all your bait that you have in your bag. The add-on I have puts the water type underneath the type of gut, so console players, I'm sorry, you won't be able to see that. You just hit E to cast your line, and then you wait for the bobber or the sound to reel it in. Another good thing about the fish tracker add-on is it tells you what type of hole each of those rare fish are caught in, so you're not running around the zone, you know, fishing for the foul rare in a lake, for instance. Another good thing about that add-on is it does keep track of what you have caught in that type of pool. You'll notice it says fishing hole, lake, and it put a silverside perch there and a spade tail, so I can tell what I've caught in those. But again, this here is probably one of the most useful add-ons you'll have if you're going for the achievement. Group fishing basically is when more than one person is fishing out of the same hole. This does increase your chances of catching a rare fish. The more people you have in the hole, the higher the chances are. This does deplete the hole faster, so there is that. So basically you just got to run around a little more if you're fishing in a group. But definitely if you have the opportunity to zerg some fishing holes, take it, because you will get a better chance of getting that rare fish. Some of the zones you're going to get that one fish that'll take you maybe a week to get. I did have a couple of those zones and it just frustrated the hell out of me. So this definitely is not a quick achievement to get. I only just finished last month and I had been fishing since maybe the second month the game was out. So it is a time commitment if you're going after the achievement. It's definitely not something you're going to get in one day. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to end this with maps that you'll be able to time click to each zone and look at a map showing the fishing hole types and where they're located for each zone. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this was helpful for you. Thanks for watching.